Hello everyone and welcome to Beyblade V4 Super Tournament Battle. It's asking for our memory card space, but we don't need that because we're going to beat this game in like 40 minutes. Wikipedia classifies this game as a role-playing title, which I guess it technically is. But really, almost everything in the game just feels like an excuse for fans of Beyblades to play with the virtual tops. I've always been really bad with names, so let's just go with Player 1. Player 1's not going to be around very long anyway. Her time in this universe is going to be very short-lived, but she's going to beat them all. Here's where we can choose our base stats. Really, this is our Bit Beast, which is the ancient spirit inside our Beyblade, but what it means is it's our base stats. We're going with Drasil because it has the most defense and endurance, and that's necessary for the strategy we're going for. This pleasant music means it's the lobby. From here we can play free battles, multiplayer, whatever, but none of that really matters because we can only get experience and money from the main tournament mode. Before we do anything else, we're gonna navigate our anime girl over to the Beyblade shop. Because if we don't purchase something to even out our Beyblade's weaknesses, then we're going to get wrecked in the tournament. But if you purchase the right object, you only need to purchase one item. We want to encourage our strength, which is our defense, but we also want to raise that pitiful attack stat, so we're going for the weight disc. So we're going to buy the most expensive in the 10 wide series of weight discs, because it gives us a slight offensive boost and a lot of defense. Now, our offensive stat should almost be good as Drigger, who was the Bit Beast with the second highest defense power. Right here I'm looking at the attack rings. We're going to leave those alone because we don't have enough money to buy anything worth the investment. We're going to want to save our winnings from here on out to buy a base for our Beyblade. And when we choose a base, of course, we're going to choose one with even more defense. We're going to go look at the bases right now. Some of them have special properties. Some of them have magnets in them, which allows them to interact with other magnet Beyblades and certain stadiums that have magnets in them. We can also buy different launchers for launching our Beyblade and things that change the direction our Beyblade spins, but that's useless. Now we're going to go ahead and equip that new weight disc we got. See, it increases everything but our endurance. Our endurance is how long we can keep spinning, but we have a way to make up for that. Not only is our endurance naturally high, but there's a game mechanic that makes us able to get spin back. We can rename our Beyblade and we can build a maximum of 3. We're not going to do that though. I mean, granted, there's only 3 strategies in the game, so if you did want to build separate Beyblades, you'd only need to build 3 anyway. But our strategy covers every base for reasons you're going to see. I'm not going to go and say I broke the game, but you're definitely not supposed to complete it as quickly as we're going to. We want to talk to DJ here in the lobby, because if we don't talk to him, we won't get a special prize for winning the tournament. I mean, we do get a prize for winning the tournament, but not this special one that he's going to give us. We can also talk to these other 2, but we're not going to battle them, and they just tell us things like how the tournament works, or how to equip Beyblade parts. So we don't really need their help. We're just going to go straight into the tournament.
Let's win this championship! The preliminaries are about to begin! I want competitors full of Beyblade battle spirit! No time to lose! The preliminaries are beginning! These 2 will battle in round 1! Beybladers, are you done with your final adjustment? 3, 2, 1, let it rip!
Yeah!
This is a powerful launch!
Come on!
How well we launch our Beyblade directly determines how much spin we have, which is that yellow meter, and if we run out of spin, our Beyblade stops spinning and we lose. Right here we just used a special attack. It failed that time, but normally it won't. We can use a special attack whenever a section of our legend meter, which is that circle around our HP meter, fills up. Now if you wait for all 3 sections of the legend meter to fill up, then you can perform a much more powerful special attack, but that's not in our best interest. We're going to want to spam the special attack as soon as the first section of the legend meter fills up every time, for a couple of reasons.
Dragoon defeated! Oops! It was blocked!
Our legend meter fills up every time our Beyblade crashes into the opponent's Beyblade, which deals 1 damage to both us and the opponent. Now, special attacks have 3 things they can do. They send enemies flying if they connect, which means it's easy to knock people out of the ring with them. Oh, well, we went out of the ring that time, but I blame the magnets. As I was saying, special attacks can knock people out of the ring easily if they're near an exit when we use it. Special attacks deal more damage than our normal bump against the enemy's Beyblade as well, so constantly spamming it wears down their HP pretty fast. And the final reason that we spam the special attacks, every time we use our special attack, our spin meter goes back up, which means we never ever have to worry about running out of spin. So I've covered 3 ways that spamming our special attack helps us win. We can constantly refill our spin with it, while the computer waits to refill his spin because he won't use his special attack until the meter is all the way full. So we have the advantage over him in the spin department. Number 2, it gives us a greater number of chances to knock him out of the ring, because if our special attack connects, it sends him flying, like that. So we knocked him straight out of the ring. And thirdly, our special attack deals small but noticeable amounts of damage to him that won't be dealt back to us like with our normal bumps. So by spamming the special attack, we can overwhelm his HP as well. So I hear you saying, yeah, I can see how all of those work except for one. What if the opponent just has higher attack than we do? Or higher HP for that matter? And that's a legitimate concern, because it would seem that if they have higher attack, no matter how much we spam our special, they'll be able to take us down way faster. Well, that's why we chose Dracil, because Dracil has so much defense. All of the opponents will only be able to deal 1 damage to Dracil with bumps. And on top of that, the opponent's special attacks will often miss entirely because of that same high defense. Because blocking in this game is the same as dodging the attack entirely. And that's the end of the match because we knocked Tyson out twice. You need 4 points to win, knocking someone out is worth 2 points, destroying their Beyblade is worth 4, and making them lose spin is worth 1.
Sorry, Dragoon.
We have a winner! Great battle! Once again, we have high-level, intense battles. Who will be the winners? Your Beyblade seems to have been damaged. Do you want to fix it? Hey, you're back! The next battle is about to begin. These two will battle in round 2. Beybladers, are you done with your final adjustment? 3, 2, 1, let it rip! This is a powerful launch! Go! What a great launch!
We did choose to spend our money to repair our Beyblade because not doing that is suicide. Our strategy only works if we have our full HP for the next match. After all, if we start a match with like 30 HP and the opponent has 200, no matter how good our strategy is, it's not going to work. But as long as we refill our health, we're pretty much guaranteed victory in every match from here.
Target! Now, Cyber Dragoon!
Awesome attack that wipes out everything! What a strong crash impact!
Our strategy of spamming the special... Oh, I hate those damn magnets. Our strategy of spamming the special attack only had one flaw, and that flaw is removed because of our high defense. So, yeah, basically we're just guaranteed victory as long as we don't run right off the stadium again. Okay, now that our strategy and all of the main game mechanics are in order, let's talk about these goddamn magnets. Because Beyblades have metal... Oh, hey, we knocked them out. Because Beyblades have metal in them, they can't sit directly on top of magnets. And the magnets are near the exits of the stadium, which means if we're anywhere near the exits of the stadium, very easy for us to fall right off the edge. Now, if we had a magnet base, we could use the magnets to our advantage by clinging to them. But we don't have a magnet base, so we're just going to have to stay away from the edges. Oh dear, that was close. Staying near the center is perfectly fine, though, because the type of Beyblade we have is really good at moving around near the center. We could change this by buying a part for it, but we don't want to do that. Anyway, most of the victories in this game are going to come from us knocking the opponent out of the stadium. But even if we can't successfully knock them out of the stadium, we have the other two covered, which is why this strategy is so important. Because there are some situations where you just won't be able to knock them out. It's usually pretty easy in any stadium with obvious openings, like this one, but there's not always going to be an obvious opening.
I am so strong!
Bummer! I underestimated you.
Here's the winner of this round! These battles are getting intense! The world's top contestants are here! Every battle is like a final battle! Your Beyblade seems to have been damaged. Do you want to fix it? Hey, you're back! The next battle is about to begin. These two will battle in round 3! Beybladers, are you done with your final adjustment? 3, 2, 1, let it rip! What a great launch! Go! This is a powerful launch!
Now, when I said there won't always be obvious openings, this stadium is exactly what I meant. There are 3 gates that block the exits to the stadium. The gates can be knocked over so you can eventually knock the opponent out, but that's still difficult because the center of the stadium is constantly spinning. And with it constantly spinning like this, it's hard to get a good angle, and it's hard to actually get knocked anywhere because the spinning middle will drag you back toward the center.
Here goes! Roaring flames have turned the stadium bright red!
But this is fine, because although knocking enemies out of the stadium is the main way we do things, we still have 2 other methods of victory. We can lower the opponent's spin while we keep our spin high up, or we can just flat out destroy his Beyblade. Now, when the opponent's spin gets really low, they have a tendency to use their special attacks slightly more often, but not as often as we do. You also might notice that he has more HP than we do, but that's going to change. Inevitably, as long as we pick the character with the highest defense, and we keep spamming our special attack, nobody is going to be able to outlast us in the HP department. Well, I mean, we also did have to buy that one part that upped our defense and attack a little bit, but that's really such a small qualification, don't you think? When you consider that our current loadout, as it were, ensures our victory in every match for the entire game. Oh, I should take this time to mention, which characters you face and which stadium you fight in seems to be entirely randomly decided to encourage replayability. There are a couple kinds of different magnet stadiums. Then there's this Ultimate Stadium and the Standard Stadium. And you never know which one you're going to fight in because it's decided by chance each time. But we don't really have to worry about that for reasons I've already mentioned several times. It's a really cool idea, though, that you never know what's going to come next. But it doesn't really matter what comes next if you're prepared for all of it. I would like go into the details of what each of the opponent's Bit Beasts are supposed to do and what their Beyblades are supposed to be good at, but that doesn't really matter, because no one is ever going to be able to deal more damage to us than we are to them. So if you're worried that we've already run out of things to say about the game, no, not really. We've run out of things to say about the game mechanics almost. But there's a lot of more interesting stuff about the game that doesn't directly have to do with its game mechanics. I will go ahead and say that I like almost all of the ideas behind its game design. It has so much opportunity for simplistic but nuanced strategy, which is something I'm a big fan of. We can see our opponent's spin is slowly dwindling, so even though we're going to win the match via destroying his Beyblade, it looks like we're probably going to win this round of the match, because his spin's going to run out. Man, you know, I wonder why they never just did this in the series. Just spam your Bit Beast attack every couple seconds. Clearly that is the winning strategy.
Oh no! Its power is gone! Crash out!
I am so strong!
Hey, you've trained!
No, we've done the exact opposite of train. What are you even talking about?
Congratulations! You've won the preliminaries! Well then, I guess we'll see you at the national championships!